What's going on, guys? Doomwake here, and we are back with some more standard content. Tarkir Dragonstorm is on the horizon. I'm recording this on a Friday towards the end of March, and we only got about a week and a half left before Tarkir drops. And I gotta tell you, there are some really interesting cards that I think could make an impact on standard. And I mean, at least it's gonna be better than Aether Drift, right? Speaking of Aether Drift, we are going to be playing some Brightglass Gearhulk today. Before we get started, just wanted to say thank you all again for tuning into the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. We're very, very close to 20,000 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do me a big favor. Click on that button. It doesn't cost you anything. Get you notified whenever we post new videos. Speaking of new videos and Tarkir, I'm going to be doing a Tarkir spoiler, kind of the top 20 format that we usually do. And I plan on recording that sometime early next week. So look for that probably about, I would say Thursday, around Thursday of next week is probably when we're going to try and do that. So I want to showcase you guys what Tarkir cards that I really enjoy. But for today, we are playing some Aether Drift, and it's Brightglass Gearhulk. You're probably used to this card by now. And what you kind of want to pair Brightglass Gearhulk with is some other sort of engine, right? Because Gearhulk has the ability to search for very specific pieces of said engine, right? So for example, with this, we are pairing it with the kind of the additional 1-drops that we're searching for off of this include Teething Wurmlet and, well, I guess not a 1-drop, but Marketback Walker. And both of these cards happen to synergize with +1/+1 counters. That makes Ozolith a lot better. You can go turn 1, Teething Wurmlet, turn 2, Ozolith, put 2 counters on it, make it a 3/3. The Ozolith also synergizes very well with Marketback because Marketback enters with an additional counter when you cast it, and when you use the ability, if you have some extra mana lying around, you then get 2 more counters. What's also really nice about this is you can Gearhulk for Marketback Walker and Duskrose Reliquary. Remember how I really, really enjoyed the Duskrose Reliquary within the Gearhulk package. The problem with Duskrose is, in order to get full utility or full value out of it, you really need to be playing some sort of low impact cards to pair with it, like Market Gnome or Novice Inspector, and those cards kind of stink. But with Marketback Walker, say for example, you go turn 4 Gearhulk, even if you don't have an Ozolith in play, you can just go turn 5, play your 5th mana source, Marketback for 2, Duskrose, sack the Marketback, draw 2 cards, so you're not really losing any sort of value when you're using the sacrifice fodder for the Duskrose Reliquary. So it's a really nice little package deal there. Innkeeper's talent synergizes very well with, you guessed it, Ozolith, and even when you don't have Ozolith, you have so many ways to put counters on creatures, like, again, Teething Wurmlet, Sentinel map tokens, Marketback Walker. So just the second level permanents you control have word 1, and the third level, it doubles the counters. So it acts as sort of a second copy of Ozolith, albeit a little more mana intensive, but it still gives you that kind of, that extra counters, which is, you have so many ways to synergize with counters. Pawpatch Recruit, phenomenal in a general sense because you can Gearhulk for 2 of them, but even better in this deck because every time they target your creature, if you have an Ozolith or a fully leveled talent, you're getting 2 counters on each of those creatures instead of just the normal 1. With regards to the remainder of the Gearhulk package, stuff you would probably expect, like Haywire Mite, Basilisk Collar for lifelink, very, very good. Not only lifelink, but Death Touch and First Strike happens to work very well together. We have an Audacity here, and one thing I noticed about playing these Gearhulk decks is the ability to Gearhulk for Audacity and Basilisk Collar, giving you access to, even if they kill the Gearhulk, you still have Collar plus Audacity, and that can give you Trample plus Death Touch. So, you know, you can deal 1 damage to their 10 toughness creature, and then the remainder of that will still go to them. And then Lavaspur Boots in the main deck. Sometimes I have this in the sideboard, but for here, I wanted to put it in the main deck. It mostly just frees up a sideboard slot. You could play a second Duskrose in this and swap those between the main and the sideboard. It's really only good against specifically decks that have a lot of sweepers, like Azorius Control, Domain, things like that. And then rounding out the deck, we get a couple of Sheltered by Ghosts, because if you're playing white, you need to have 4 of this card somewhere between your main deck and sideboard, because it is just far and away the best card against mono red. So that is the main deck. Mana base, nothing too crazy. I will mention the Valgavoth's Lair, because I get questions about this all the time on stream. The reason this is in the deck is because it is an enchantment that you can search for with Gearhulk. So because you're playing a low curve, low land count deck, sometimes you go elf into Gearhulk and you don't have a land for follow-up turn. If you need it, it's there. You're not going to get it very often, but I think the downside is pretty low of just taking up 1 slot in your mana base is not too bad. And then we get to the sideboard. I have an unhealthy obsession with Season of Gathering. I'd spin in every single one of my green sideboards. I think that if you are playing with green and you have a tough domain matchup, try 2 to 3 copies of this card in your sideboard. It frequently will just end the game on the spot. You cast it, you draw 3, 4, or 5 cards, blow up all of their enchantments, and it's really hard for them to come back from, because you're now an equal amount of cards as they are. They have no more pressure because they lost all their overlords, and it's pretty trivial to clean up the game from there. Baloth for Pixie, Smite and Sheltered for red, Loran also for domain, Dusk Rose for creature matchups, and then Vacuum and Lantern for graveyard decks. So pretty self-explanatory sideboard, nothing too crazy going on there, but I just wanted to highlight the season of, if you have a problem with domain, that is a good way to fix it. But yeah, that's it for the deck tech. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this particular deck, and I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. But first, a quick word from our sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com. Are you looking for Tarkir Dragonstorm singles? Head over to CoolStuffInc.com. Be sure to use promo code Doom at checkout. Get 5% off your next order and this free exclusive Doomwake Rhino token. They got sleeves, they got sealed product, they got deck boxes, everything that you could ever want. Cool Stuff Inc. They got cool stuff, and they got it in stock. I'll play first. What are we playing again? Oh, this deck. Okay. We're not banning the green beans. Get out of here. Are you a green beans hater? What do you have against green beans? They're fine, man. Yeah, I don't know who's hating on green beans. I'm certainly not. I got nothing against green beans. Yeah, I mean, the magic card, sure, but like, you know, as far as the food, no. I'm a green beans enjoyer. I won't lie. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Beatdowns. We did acquire Factor. I guess I'll do this. Again, for those of you who missed the taste test, I got my Factor meal right here. Some delicious mushroom risotto with a lemon herb chicken and garlicky green beans. Tis good. I am pleasantly surprised at how good this risotto is. Because like you would think where if you're getting risotto that's already prepared and like, you know, sometimes it can be sketchy, but it's really good. Oh, and the other thing that's really nice about Factor is that depending on what kind of diet you're on, could be like high protein, low calorie, keto, vegan. They have a bunch of different options for all different diet plans. I feel like I don't need to commit more into this board. Because this talent is kind of just killing them by itself. So I'll pass. I cast Stock Up, and I acquire 2 Factor meals. I think they were asking if the risotto was al dente. It's a little over al dente, but it's delicious. The taste makes up for it. Jace the Perfected Mind. Does the factor trigger beans? Well, given that I'm eating green beans right now, these beans do not draw you a card, by the way. Were they targeting? You're going to regret that. I'm going to target the elf twice. I am I am eating beans right now. That is true. I mean, if I can't defeat the beans in game, then I might as well eat them, right? Yeah, Jace Plus not great against Pawpatch. Okay. Blue-white control, huh? Reliquary kind of mid. Sheltered kind of mid. Loran good. Season good. We could do Collar out. I kind of wish I had more Haywire Mites, but this is fine. This is not a very good hand. I don't know if you know that. Not a good hand. Bruh. Garbanzo beans don't count. Isn't that chickpeas? Does anybody know why it's called garbanzo beans? It's just like a different name for chickpeas, right? I'm going to get temporary lockdown, aren't I? Yeah, so be it. So be it. You can lock me down all you'd like. I'll allow it. You know what you're not going to lock down? My taste buds, because I'm eating this delicious mushroom risotto. Hashtag ad. Playing Esper? Esper, huh? Chickpea stemming from the Latin name, I don't know how to pronounce that, and garbanzo from the Spanish word for the bean, which ultimately derives from the Basque word garbanzu, meaning dry seed. Interesting. AI response could have fooled me. I thought that just came off the dome. I thought you just knew that. If you would not have said AI response, I maybe would have believed you if you just told me you knew that. Like you studied garbanzo beans in in college or whatever. I don't know why you would do that, but a fellow legumist. Let's go to game 3. It's always a fiasco with too many beans. That's what I'm saying. Nothing? Hmm. Smell that? It's not the risotto, it's a counterspell. Hmm. Counter my spell, huh? They got something. Teddy definitely has something. Okay, I lied. Teddy has nothing. Teddy has been holding control and bluffing me the whole time. I could see through you, Teddy. It's a pretty awkward blast zone. It's going to take 6. The Ozolith. The Shattered Spire. No. We're probably going to get Day of Judgment next turn, which is not good. Yeah. Classic Teddy, huh? Classic Teddy. All right, come on. Please give me a land. I require 1 land, please. I'm not asking for a lot, if you think about it. Bizarre. I kind of like the Marketback line. Yeah, let's do that. All right, L map. Stop giving me 6 mana cards. I don't need those. Yeah, if you go to the website without logging in, Amchamp, or even if you are logged in, you should be able to view the menu without purchasing. I was able to. I don't remember exactly how I navigated, but I know for a fact I did, because I didn't buy anything until I looked at the menu. Jace. Teddy is not exiling the Marketback Walker, huh? I mean, could have just held up 2 mana. I mean, look, I'm eventually going to draw 6 cards. Unless they have another Rides End. That would never happen, though. Do. Where my lands at? I mean, I got a 7/10 in play. It can't be that bad. Teddy's going to make me deck. Oh, man. Said he's going to die to my 10-10 before they make me deck. All right. I finished my dinner. All right, you win. Teddy, you win this one. I mean, you guys know what must be done at this point, right? Like, there's only one answer. We have to. We just have to. There's only one deck I'm allowed to win with. And it rhymes with Schmagen Schmock. Do, 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 do. Boots. That boots. Hey, Spencer. I actually drew a land. No shot. I guess we're sacking Wurmlet. Maybe I should have played Haywire Mite that turn. Oh. They're not casting Breaker? I'm in. You got second at the RCQ with my Black-White Monument deck. Congrats. What you lose to in the finals, Jay Spencer? Always happy to see some people winning with that deck. I'm a big fan of that deck. Yeah, them not casting Breaker that turn is insanely greedy. I cannot imagine a world where you wouldn't cast the Breaker there. I mean, now I just ignore the fear, right? Just go Haywire Mite, Talent, attack for 8, sack the Mite. I could also go Dusk Rose, Haywire, keep this in hand. But that's bad if they have another Nightmare, because I think I'd rather have this in play. So let's do this. I mean, I really don't care about the Fear of Isolation, right? Like, their 2/3 does nothing against my 4/5 and 4/4. Even if they make me discard the Reliquary. You lost the Gruul aggro? Yeah, that's kind of tough. Really, in order to beat the Gruul deck, you have to draw the right half of your deck against them. Like, you have to, like, you basically need kill spells on curve every single time in the first, like, 3 turns. Or, you know, a turn 3 lockdown could also be good against them, but it is tough. Yeah, they're just dead. Oh. Weird. It's actually not that weird, right? No, it is weird. Because if I... No, they still can't double block Sentinel, right? Yeah, this is fine. So X equals 1. Go to combat. Put a counter here. Attack for 9. They have no good double block. And then post-combat, I can go Reliquary, sack this, draw 2. And there's really no reason to cast the Reliquary pre-combat, because they're chumping either way. They're not double blocking. Unless they want to double chump up. Honestly, given that they have Breaker in hand, what if I just kept the Walker in play? It's probably fine too, right? Do I want a second one? No, I don't think so. Sure, I'll sack my Marketback Walker. This card is so bad against Marketback Walker. They won game 1 through a turn 3 lockdown. Yeah, that's tough. That is definitely tough. All right, GG. GG. Okay. Pixie matchup does seem pretty good if you can kind of get under their like early discard stuff. Okay, we got 3 Baloth. What else do I want against Pixie? Sheltered bad. I think all of this stuff is good. Reliquary could be mid. Audacity could be mid. Although Audacity does let you get past the otter chump blockers, so it could be good. Could trim on Wurmlets. I mean, I'm not sure there's a ton else that I want to board in against them. Yeah, like maybe Loran could be okay. Could do Vacuum to break up the talent loops, perhaps. The boots is probably unnecessary. I want to keep the 1 Haywire Mite just so I can have a way to tutor to kill Storm Chaser's talent. So Audacity goes maybe 1 Worm. We do 2 Lorens in the Vacuum. Let's try that. Thought Haywire was a 1/2 that gained 3 on death. Is that how they buffed it in Historic? It's pretty good buffs. Totally fine with these exchanges. I'll take these trades all day. Because I don't feel like I'm down a card, you know. Normally when you play a creature into nowhere to run, you're just immediately down a card, but okay. Kind of rude. Bad news for you. I got 2 Gearhulks. And like the thing about that is I don't even mind running out the Walker because I want to use my mana. And if they let it stay in play, I can just put counters on it later on. So they kind of still have to kill it on side because they're just so worried about me putting counters on it later. Okay. Dun, dun. We're kind of chilling. Both have 4 cards, but I effectively have, you know, what, 6 cards in hand? 8, depending on how you look at it. I could try to kill the Nowhere now. It's a little awkward if they have town. The reason I'm thinking about doing it now is because I'm tapping out next turn. Let's just wait. Attack first. I feel like there's probably a good chance they have a town in their hand. Sure. Deal. Deal. Best part about playing against Pixie is you can just get 2 of these. Like they sincerely cannot beat 2 of these. Specifically X4s that have entered the battlefield effects. Because like, you know, you could say something like Preacher of the Schism, you know, good against them because they doesn't die to nowhere, but not as good because it, you know, doesn't have an ETB ability. But any X4 that has an enter the battlefield ability is just lights out against them. Have we gotten anyone recently with Woodleaf Liege? It's been a little while, I would say. It's been a little bit. This list has Baloth and not Woodleaf Liege. Because I think this deck in particular does struggle with red a little bit. So, basically the decision point is, between Baloth and Liege is if your deck is a little weak to red, it's probably better to play Baloth. And I think that is the case here. Yeah. Yeah, the buff just doesn't matter too, because you have so many ways to buff with Pawpatch, Innkeepers, map tokens, Ozolith. Like you just don't need the additional power with Woodleaf Liege. Your deck already has so many ways to do that. Okay. You're just gonna try and race me? Town helps them raise. I mean, I still don't think it's gonna be good enough, but your turn. They can down my Brightglass Gearhulk and give me 3 Pawpatch triggers. That's a tough way to do it. And they can cast Nowhere to Run, give me 3 more Pawpatch triggers. Like, maybe they had a chance if they had a pest control this turn to clear the Pawpatches, but without that, it's going to be so tough for them. If I could only put one card in my deck, like, if I could have one card in my hand against Pixie for the rest of time, it would probably be Pawpatch Recruit. It's just that good against them. I'm also just a big fan of Mushroom Risotto, like specifically. It was good. I think we may need to add a land to this deck. What do you guys think? Remove 3? I don't know about that one, Chief. Thought I said I was switching decks. I will when I lose another match with this. Ooh, they're playing Golgari Factor. Teething Wurmlet. Any gamblers? Not a single person is going to vote no. There's got to be some no believers in chat, right? Come on. Are you waiting till the last possible second? Well, you only got 30 seconds left. You think they're a Viper deck? It could be. What do we want against this? I am a little bit scared of Viper next turn. So maybe it's best to get Dusk Rose Basilisk. Maybe Dusk Rose Pawpatch. Let's do that. I don't know why, but it just kind of feels like they're probably a Viper deck. So I would like to prepare myself for the Vipering. Okay, that's rude. It kind of stinks because I'm going to lose the Dusk Rose Reliquary, but I mean, I guess it's fine. It is my only copy of Reliquary, though. Awkward? This one is named Pawpatch Recruit, right? Yeah, they have the same name. Okay. Good news is we have a 4/4 Walker. It's the good news. Surely they're not just going to edict my Marketback Walker this turn, right? Oh, that's a good ass draw. Holy shit, that's a good draw. One of, by the way. Do I actually care about Liliana? I really don't think I do. If they edict me, I draw 6 cards. But if I kill Liliana, then I could just keep growing the Walker over and over again. 7? No, it's only 6. There's 6 counters on it. This is close. Whatever. This is fine. Thank you for the 52-month resub. Welcome back, E. Appreciate that. 52 months, long ass time. Oh, the Audacity, right? Yeah. You want to block? Really? I mean, I don't know how you're beating me with 7 cards, but okay, that was fair, wasn't it? Reasonable Magic card. Just play 2 more, right? This is good. I think this is good. Your turn. Okay. Weird thing is we didn't see the Viper, but I mean, like, why else would they be playing Vine Reap and Nowhere to Run? They gotta have Viper, right? Can you believe there's only 3 walkers in this deck? There really should be 4. This card is crazy in this deck. All right, Golgari mid. Sheltered can go. Yeah, the problem is they didn't really have a choice, though, right? Because they couldn't chump block it since we drew the Audacity. So they didn't really have a choice. No, I know, but what I'm saying is you probably should play 4 in this deck. It's so good. Is there any 1-mana tutorable thing that helps Walker get counters? Can you search for a 1-mana card that puts counters on something? I don't know. Maybe. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there's probably something that I'm missing. Can anybody in chat think of something off the top of their head? Something that you can Gearhulk for that puts counters on Marketback Walker? Enduring Bond Warden, yeah, there's that, and I guess the black one, but you're not going to play, a 3-color Gearhulk deck, so. But yeah, there's Bond Warden and Scornblade Berserker. I guess Lost GT. Yeah, Lost GT could be okay. Draenith Ruins Walker. What is Draenith Ruins? I don't remember what that card does. Isn't that like just isn't it a land that says 1 tap, put a counter on each non-human creature that entered the battlefield this turn? Is that what it is? It's 2 tap and 2 counters. Oh, I see. Okay, opponent's got 3 in hand. I mean, we probably just get Marketback plus some, like, Marketback to pair with this for sure. And then what's the other card? Marketback plus, what else do we want besides Marketback? Could be Collar. Could be Pawpatch. Could be second Dusk Rose. I feel like second Dusk Rose is maybe the safest. Let's do that. Two walkers. Yeah, maybe even second walker is better than the second Dusk Rose. I could buy that. But, I mean, we're winning this race by a lot. After we kill the Sentinel, of course. Sun Shower Druid. There's 224 cards. Oh, well, these aren't 1 mana, right? These are, not all of these are 1 mana. But oh, they made a 4/4 Frillback, huh? Didn't really realize that. So I guess that means we're not attacking this turn. Yeah, Lost GT could be okay. The search is 1 mana. Okay. 40 cards. Yeah, most of these just put counters on themselves, not another creature. GT. Yeah, so it's really just like GT, Scavenger, Pawpatch kind of, Sunshower Druid, Enduring Bondwarden. Why is Bondwarden not on this list? Okay, their last card is Annex. So definitely have to save Haywire Mite for the Annex. I also kind of need to save Dusk Rose for the 6/6. So maybe the best play this turn is Wurmlet, Sentinel, which gives this Death Touch. No, I still should play the Haywire Mite this turn. Yeah. It's a little risky in case they draw a kill spell for the Haywire Mite. But now I have the Gearhulk to block here, and then 2/2 can trade for the Frillback. Yeah, see, this is fine. Because now we can just go... Well, hold on a second. I may actually want to sack the Elf here and hold up Death Touch for the Worm. I still can't really attack, though, can I? I don't think I can attack. Oh, no. Second map is fine. Well, I think I'd rather just map, though, is the thing. And go here. Map onto this. Okay, that's something. Yeah, we can't really attack. Kind of a bit of a stalemate here. Okay. Stop here. Did I see where the guy simulated 400 times in Arena to see how long it would take to get a top 10 played deck by what's on MTG Goldfish as an FTP new account? I did not see that, but that sounds interesting. All right, get the stupid Annex out of here. Stupid Annex. Yeah, I think we're just staring at each other for a little bit. I don't really have good attacks. They don't have great attacks either, at least. Stare. 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 It was more menacing. Not me. Okay. Kind of annoying. Sack llama. You think the llama's worse than the sentinel? Neither of them can attack. Do I like have to attack this turn? I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of what I can even draw. I mean, I need a Gearhulk. So I need to find the Basilisk Collar. I'm going to give them one more turn with Lily, I think. My only opening to attack Lily. I can attack it next turn. Attacking with the Frillback, huh? Any doublers? Surprised they're attacking here. I'm not. I mean, it's a 2-turn clock. This is a good attack. What am I going to do, right? Like, if I double block with Gearhulk Prairie, even if they don't have a kill spell, they just trade for Gearhulk. And then they can attack a creature next turn. I think I have to just double with Prairie Gearhulk. Or take one more hit and hope to find the Basilisk Collar. We can take one more hit. I think that's fine. I think one more hit is okay. Not plussing Lily. It's a little sus. Okay. That's a magic card. So one here, one here. I'm not dead on board. If they animate the cottage, I can go block here, take 3, go to 1. So I'm not dead on board. That's bad. Should say I wasn't dead on board before the Shieldred. In a previous life, I was not dead on board. But that was before they drew Shieldred. If you consider double block, why not Pawpatch plus land instead? Yeah, I guess that's probably a better double block. But if I'm double blocking with the Gearhulk and the land, I'm only losing one of those two and not both. That was kind of the idea there. The sand's slow, but their deck is also not very fast, so I think it's okay. The problem with boarding in Baloth for Liliana is, like, I think they should be boarding out their Lilianas. They're so bad against Marketback Walker. So, like, there's a chance they just board them out for game 3. And if they do that, and I have, or like the games where I draw Baloth and they don't draw Liliana are pretty bad. In before they Liliana me. Okay. That one I'm okay with. Definitely doing this. And then here. Slam for 6. Maybe they chump block, maybe they don't. Sure. If they want to spend 2 mana on that next turn, I'm pretty happy. Especially if I can find a land, because then we can get the Audacity. No! I'm like, well, if they have a 2-mana kill spell, they can't kill the thing that turn. As it turns out, they certainly can. Let's get the, I don't know, Basilisk Collar maybe? Yeah, first strike Death Touch is nice. This line is worse if they have Liliana, I guess, but I could have got the Walker too. The Walker wouldn't have been bad. I wanted to get Dusk Rose in case they had Shieldred. But maybe I also just don't care that much about Shieldred because the Gearhulk. So play this. Do this. Go to combat. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Haywire Mite this turn for sure. I think just Haywire Mite pass. Guess we could do this. Yeah. Dude, like, it's also super sick when you get to go Gearhulk for in the vehicles deck where you're playing, just Gearhulking for Basilisk Collar and Audacity. You don't even need the first strike. Gearhulk, like, even if the Gearhulk dies, just having Collar and Audacity gives you Death Touch Trample, and that's so huge. Okay, our opponent is the Outlaw. I'm gonna keep. Are we playing a modern deck? Is this Hardened Scales and Walking Ballista? What about chatters who spam pump? No comment on those chatters. This is wish.com scales. New Gamba. I feel like it's too late though. We're already in the game. How about if I give you a 1-minute Gamba? You definitely can't have 2 minutes, but I'll give you 1 minute, okay? Esper, Pixie. Comment on our pumps? No. Why would I want to comment on that emote? It's the most cursed emote of all time. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. I don't know if you knew that. The town is, in fact, not big enough. Must be a small-ass town. Talente. You want to kill the Walker? I'll draw 2. Bro, stop. Weren't we 400-ish earlier? Yeah, this is, I told you, this is what happened when we stopped playing the Hawk deck. We stopped playing the Hawk deck, and we immediately lost every match. Coincidence? I think not. I think not. This counter's been that bad? No, but we took a bit of a detour. We like went 0-3 with Pia, I think. Yeah. Played. I think we went 1-2 with Pia. Let me look at Untapped. I don't know, man. I want Pia to be so good. I really, really do want it to be good. Yeah, we went 1-2 and I was off it. kind of think keeping Sheltered is good here, given them at fucking 12 life. I mean, realistically, it's the illusion of choice because they're just going to bounce the Nightmare anyways. So it's like, you think there's a choice, but there's really not a choice. See, I told you. I told you there wasn't a choice. Yeah, I mean, you can lose to Pixie when they have these draws, but I don't think I can afford to take 4 this turn. I will, however, draw 4 cards. They're not very good cards. Definitely on the low end. Kind of needed a Gearhulk there. Good news, they can't target any of my stuff the rest of the game. Bad news, they probably don't have to. Hmm. Yeah. That's 6. Oh, I'm just dead on board. They have the land. Right, they had the land. I forgot they had the anchorage. Okay, that was not good. So those in, these out. What else did we say the last time? Did we board in Lauren against them? I can't remember. I want to say we did, but I'm not sure it's actually good. Killing Talon is good. You do kind of need to get the Talon off the battlefield. Yeah, at least one Lauren is probably okay. Brought in Lord and Vacuum. Do you remember what I cut? I think we said no boots, right? Yeah, boots unnecessary against them. And Audacity was the other cut, I think. Yeah, Audacity seems unnecessary against them. Because I think if they're in a position where they're blocking with otters, you're probably winning that game anyways. I don't love this hand, but I think you have to keep it. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, so it can't be that bad. Smite's okay. I don't hate Smite against them. I just don't know what else I'd want to cut. Maybe you could trim on some number of Teething Wurmlets. Because Wurmlet, like, even if you get the Wurmlet outside of nowhere to run range, it's kind of awkward against town. So maybe you're better off going like -2 Wurmlet +2 Smite. I could agree with that. Do they block? And am I okay with the block? I think I'm okay with either outcome. Because the way that my hand is, I want the game to go longer. Like, my hand is all 3s and 4s. So if they trade, that makes it less likely they can kill me quickly. So I think trade is good for me. Now, granted, they don't know what my hand is, so it's like they don't know how good of a, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know how good the block is. The third land is good. Okay. Both decks operating at peak capacity. Awkward. We can safely assume they don't have town, right? Because if they had town, they probably just go bounce, attack for 2. And then if I replay this, they just cast the breaker. So there's almost 0% chance they have town here. I also don't think they have nowhere to run, because if they had nowhere to run, they probably would have attacked. So the attack should be safe here, I think. Well, I don't know why they didn't attack. Weird. Maybe it's better to kill the talent there, I'm not sure. Surprised they didn't attack last turn. Very, very surprised. Okay, that's good. Now we map. Oh, man. That is one of the few non-lands I would consider keeping here, because it is really good. But given the fact that we already have one and ways to put counters on it, I think we can just graveyard this. I just need to find lands. Yeah, I don't think we need a second one here. I mean, this is still a pretty good spot. I think we're doing fine. Alright. It's going to kill the Loran. And just let that happen. I don't want to give them cards. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, deck. Don't do this to me, please. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Probably better to do this. Although, maybe mapping for land 5 is better there. I'm not sure. Yeah, just missing 2 land drops is so brutal. Seems like they have nothing left. Never mind. I lied. Never mind. So I actually think what I maybe have to do is I think I have to get a Haywire Mite, because I need a second blocker this turn. So I believe the line is get these. I clicked on the wrong card. I meant to get the stupid collar, but I simply clicked on the wrong card. This should have been the collar. But you're saying you don't want a Ghost Vacuum in this sports tape? Good Ghost Vacuum. Can I equip the Ghost Vacuum to my Brightglass Gearhulk? So this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block. A block. You didn't expect me to make that block, did you, huh? We can't win now? No, you can't win. Walk this way. You're probably correct, though. Wait, they made a 5/5? Okay, that's a punt. Walk this way. Would I've actually been in an okay spot if I had the equipment? So, assuming this is the equipment, I would go cast it, equip for 2, attack Kaido. Honestly, we still would be in a pretty bad spot because we couldn't do anything else that turn. Like, sure, I could go play, equip, counters here, make it a 6/6, go to 10, but they just have 4, 5, 6. They just have 10 in play even without the Kaido. Yeah, but they just have 10 in play without the Kaido. So if I did that, I would just be dead on board. Yeah, I think even if I had gotten the equipment, I would still be in a bad spot. All right, we're dead.